trying to flee the boat.
No, I ain't got a problem being here. In Launchpad.
Come on in, saints of God. Restoration 3064. Hey, you better be restored.
This girl right here, like,
I don't want to be restored,
I
restoration.
don't want none.
she is so unstable, like, in
This
her
peach
mind.
tea is giving me life. God, how they sanctified. Hold on, y'all. I gotta put this seatbelt on. We just got out of chat. Wait, I done told you I'm finna call defects on you. You finna go to jail. And I'm gonna come pray you up out of there, and then I'm gonna call them on you. You gonna say it's a darn shame how Pastor do me, but that's all right. Listen, Facebook, I want to really say something to you guys. We just got out of church not too long ago. BJ, what's going on, man? What was that? Please be praying. Okay, I will. So we was in church and just getting off. Oh man, you got to come out and fellowship with us one Saturday, BJ. Come to fellowship with us one Saturday. I wanted to share something with you guys. I wanted to talk about that next week. That sounds good, man. Sounds good. We'll be there. The oil, let's share something with y'all real quick. The oil is at its best when your resume is being built. Your oil, you gotta always remember this for leaders, that the oil on a leader's life is always at its best when his resume is being built. And this is because during this time, you are checking and making sure your character is right. You're making sure that your behavior. See, people understand when your resume is being built, you making sure you don't stray. You making sure you don't backslide. You making sure. See, people that, and this is what we put limits on God, because there's leaders that say, well, I done maxed out, I done preached all over the world. I done preached all over the world. I done preached here and I done preached there. But every wise leader, a young leader would know this, an older leader would know this too, and that is your resume never stops being built. And so this means that any leader whose oil has completely all the way just done maturing, that means your resume is finished. And in other words, if your resume ever finishes or ever stops, you stop. You're no longer operating out of the will of God, operating out of the will of the flesh. And so we want to make sure that as a leader that you want to make sure as a leader that your resume is being built based upon the maturing of your oil. Because there's some leaders got some junky resumes. You can't hold connections. You got poor connections with people. You got poor friendships and partnerships with people. We want to make sure as leaders of God that our resumes look like what they need to look like. Because I'm going to tell you now, not only, not just being a leader, but as a businessman, no matter as a businessman, there's some things that I do not believe in doing as a businessman. If your resume, I look for several things in a resume: structure, order. I look for clarity. I look for the resume to either look like a resume instead of a story. But a leader's life, I need to go by the post office. A leader's life now is, a leader's life is, when it comes to the oil of a man and woman of God's life, it matures based upon how you live your life for God. If you live a raggedy life, then of course your oil gonna be raggedy. And so there's a lot of resumes. There's a lot of resumes that God is trying to clean up, but He can't clean them up because you're too busy messing them up. One thing that a leader will understand is this, and then when it comes to your resume tells what you're qualified to do. And any time that you overstep a position or do something that is not ethical in a position, then you're no longer qualified. Are we going to Publix? You stop close. It don't matter where you want to go. But once you overstep the bounds of your authority as a leader, you begin to tap over into, my God, you begin to tap into familiar spirits or tap into illegal spirits. You get yourself into a fix. And so the oil on your life, it matures while your resume is being built. And also while your resume is being built, this is the most powerful moments of your life as well. As a leader, when your resume in the body, when your resume in God is being built and established, that which creates you to be a trailblazer, when that's being built and established, what happens is that when you see people who are in their prime of ministry, I mean, you going forward. I mean, you just gung-ho doing it. You just doing it. Whatever God said do, you doing it. Your resume is superb. And this is because your willingness, your obedience, and you making sure your character stays in place. The minute you go left, your resume go left. I'm gonna say that again. The minute you go left, your resume go left. This is not what I preached today, but I had God dropped this nugget today in church, and I sent it to. I had my spiritual son text it to me. I said, "Send me this right here." Sometimes in the middle of preaching, God will give you a revelation on something. And my God, this peach tea just prophesied in my throat. And so, but yeah, Scopus. I'm getting ready to go in the store. BJ, you caught it. If nobody else did, I know it. Oh, you too. I got some a while ago. You welcome. You won't get me today. You won't get me not this time, says the Lord. We are doing Oreo cheesecake today. Oreo cheesecake. Hey. I'm just cheesing. All right, y'all. There go my twin. Twin, what's going on, twin? I need to call you. Listen, y'all. I'm finna get over here. And I'm going to scope with y'all a little later. I need to find my ingredients for my cheesecake. Make some fresh strawberries here. Should have been a watermelon cheesecake. My God. Yeah, this strawberry though. They don't have any fresh cut strawberries? No, these strawberries look like they've been battered and bruised. Let you get a piece. You coming to get pieces of cheesecake? I'm literally like, these strawberries look like they done been to Gilgotha's way. Hill, y'all. These strawberries done been through hellfire and destruction. Alright, I got my strawberries. Strawberry. I'm doing a strawberry white Oreo. Yeah, God got strawberry and white Oreo cheesecake. White Oreo. Just need one pack of these. I'm experimenting, y'all. Not really. I can make cheesecake. But one thing that we have to understand is that when it comes to leadership, is that what defines you? is not your ability to preach to thousands or millions. What defines you is your ability to remain humble. Then I got no deep dish. You may have to go to Publix and get deep dish. I'm gonna need deep dish. We'll have to go to Publix and get deep dish. I do need some strawberry though. I have to get that from Publix too. Let's see. What is really going? I don't want that one. I don't want that one. All right. You cool with that, Publix? Okay. So, but what defines you is not your ability to how you doing? Hold on, y'all. What's the total? Where? All right, y'all. Hold on. I should have did that.
Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day.
You too. What's wrong with these people? There's some strange spirits around here. How you doing? You need to go, because you're already breaking the law. All right, y'all. I'm trying to get this thing going on the scope and get it over with before I get to public. She is beyond Father. Keep me near the cross. Jesus, I just got out of church. I can't be rebuking other people's church. All right, I'm back. So I had to go get a deep dish of pie crust, y'all. But anyway, what defines a leader as a leader isn't how much you prophesy. It's not how much you preach. It's not how much you it's not the number of churches you have. It's not the number of engagements you have. First of all, I want to say this too, because people have got the office of the apostle and prophet just so confused. I see more apostles and more prophets traveling, but you ain't traveling to none of your churches. You traveling to conferences, but you never see on a flyer where you done forked out of your pocket and went and put up a tent somewhere and ran a revival, or got a conference room and ran a revival and hosted your own revival. Not somebody bring you in, but hosted your own revival. I'm gonna wait till you really, because see, a lot of people got title, but you're not entitled. And that's E.N. That's E.N. All right, help y'all a lot. I'm gonna educate you real quick at that. A lot of y'all have titles, but you're not entitled. You have a title for the position. You have a title, but you're not entitled to the things of the position. That's it right there, Ashley's the beauty. And so, because we got a lot of people that are not entitled to that position, how are you gonna call yourself an apostle and you spend more time feeding everybody else sheep, and you ain't nowhere nowhere around giving none of your own sheep a word. When does all your members, all your sheep come together for a general assembly? Or are you? I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna bother with you. But you say you're an apostle. You say you're an apostle. You say you're a prophet. Prophet ain't got no business taking all these engagements. You got 40 engagements throughout the year. When was the last time you got on your face and heard from God and got a fresh word? Let's be real, because it's a whole lot of preachers, and I would call your name, but just because I don't feel like dealing with your foolishness. And then every time that's a Leandra Johnson and in Brian Carr and thing, no, it ain't. There's a difference. And, you know, you feeding people stale words. Give people a rhema word. A rhema word. Get them a rhema word. So, God's leading lady. So my thing is that what makes you get to a place where you call yourself this because you travel around the road and you got all these engagements? You got like I said, you got 40 engagements, but you never be with none of your assemblies. When do you assemble with the whole body of your organization, apostles? When do you collaborate back and forth? When do you get reports from your leaders? When do you get, when do you sit down and read through the reports? When you sit down and read through all the stuff that's needed and missing in all your churches? When do you sit down? See, because I'm going to tell y'all something. I've been writing budgets for 15 churches for about 5 years. I've been writing the budgets for all 15 of my ministries for 5 years. I do the whole body budget. And they don't do the budget. I do the whole body budget. And I do it for a reason, to ensure that there's a balance. Because everybody should not be responsible. Them houses look blessed back there, God. I may want to look. I may want to look one day, Father. But I write the budget for all my churches. So, apostles, since you travel up and down the road, when the last time you wrote a financial budget? When the last time you wrote a financial budget? Do you even know what the financial budget for all your churches look like? That's my question. But you apostasizing and prophesying. Everybody got the title, but you're not entitled. Everybody got the position, but that don't mean you have what it takes to grow in the position, work the position. And it's so sick of people lying on God. I know what the Lord told me. God ain't tell you that, and He didn't call you that. What God gonna call you and half do a job? Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. Stop lying on God. Get your life right. Get your mind right. Go on. Get yourself together with Jesus, because you ain't. I'm going to be back on here, guys. I got to go in here, and I know I'm going to lose my signal once I go inside the store. But we going to deal with this today and finish getting this thing together. All right, y'all. Love y'all.